How's it going, guys? This is Psydog, and it's been a while. I haven't actually recorded in probably, I'd say a good couple of years. um, but I'm back. Gonna be playing some PlanetZoo. Gonna be playing some Minecraft. Hopefully, possibly some Satisfactory. All depends. I mean, I've not got a massive goal at the moment. I just found that single player gaming is getting boring, and I wanted to show people what I can do. Or at least make it a little bit more interesting for myself. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so if my voice seems croaky, that's probably why. I'm going to start with this new zoo in PlanetZoo. They've just released the Southeast Asia or South America pack, the newest one. So it's got all the new animals and stuff, new terrain features with regards to the staff. You can see where they're walking around, etc. So we're gonna crack on with that. It's gonna be a bit of a speed build, getting the entrance in. I've got a picture that I would like to use as kind of a reference, and we'll go from there. But thank you for watching, and I'm sure past me or future me will have a bit of a talk through with you as we go. Okay, so into the speed build. Just want to say to everyone, thank you for tuning in. I know it's been an absolute while since I had any sort of content on YouTube. I'm still very new to it. I gave up last time because it just wasn't going very well for me. I had a lot going on. I've now got a new job, so that's all sorted. Just moved house as well, so getting used to the area. I also have a little boy called Jack. He will be joining us at some point throughout the videos. He's a nutter, an absolute nutter. There's nothing I can do to control him. He's out of this world. He's completely bonkers, and I'm sure he will make you laugh just as much as he annoys me. So back to the speed build. I'm not building anything too fancy. What I wanted to do was just to have something basic, so that people could come into the park. The reference picture I might put up on the screen at some point. If not, it's just like a nice minimalistic dark oak looking zoo entrance, with nice bits of glass here and there. So I've kind of taken inspiration from that. One of the top tips of getting your doors and stuff lined up is to put a grid into your paths and then set off a 4-meter path from the original path, which then allows you to place a wall on top. Then you can place your walls either side, and then you can delete the original wall. And that leaves you this nice little gap that we've got going on here. I wanted to put in a little bit of a surround around the bottom, because as I said, from the reference picture, there's a nice little black beam running around the bottom of everything, which is quite good. So I've kind of replicated that here. I do copy it around to some of the other walls. By the end, it's not everywhere, so I might go back and adjust it a little bit here and there, add small touches that I've forgotten in this speed build. But start to put the roof on. Not sure I'm overly happy with it, but it worked. The height adjustment's always a bit wonky in PlanetZoo for me, so I do have to fight with it at times. But it's what it is, really. I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on this. The whole sort of speed build with me getting used to the controls and working out how to do things again on PlanetZoo, because it's been quite a while since I played. Takes up quite a lot of time in this speed build. So as the videos come through, they're going to be quicker. I'm going to be quicker. I'm going to remember where things are. I'm going to know what pieces that I like to use, that sort of thing. But I'm kind of going for a nice modern-esque style for this build. As you can see, I do another path. Another top tip is if you can't quite get it to match up on the grid, you can press Control, I believe it is. So either Control or Shift, and that will go into free roam path mode. And what you can do then is place one down, link it up to your grid, and then you can run it back again. And it should be pretty straight, especially if you've got 90-degree angles on it. So this section on the left-hand side, this is going to be our little gift shop, cafeteria area. Some zoos, most zoos have a gift shop right at the end or right at the beginning, so you have to walk through it both times. So they'll try and get as much money out of you as you possibly want to spend, or as possibly as they can. So that's what we've kind of done here, but we've thrown in obviously a few more shops just to hide them out of the way, because I want the path area to lead from here into a nice sort of courtyard area with, again, a few more shops dotted around, and then we'll head off into the park for our exhibits. The other reason I don't want to spend too much time on this is because PlanetZoo's all about the animals, and if we haven't got any animals in our zoo, what is the point? Exactly. Yes, there isn't one. So, we spent a bit of time here designing a nice little, don't know what you'd call it, plinth, I suppose. It's just somewhere nice for people to look at as they're in the gift shop. I've tried to put in a few animals that we're probably going to use at some point throughout the zoo. I think it's manageable. I think it's doable. I mean, you've got to have a lion. It's a zoo. You've got to have a lion. Then we've got wolves, penguins, and then I think there's a crocodile or an alligator there as well. So that's, I say, the goal. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But we'll see. We'll get it done. I've also noticed I say a lot. This is bad, but I shall keep it in, just as a reminder to myself that is my pause word. Yes, we all have a pause word. Have a think. Have a deep think inside your own brain and work out what your pause word is. What do you say when you've got nothing else to say? So I've just put a door in. Very minimalistic door. It's a door. What do you want me to say about a door? It's functional. It lets people in and out of there, I suppose. One thing I did think about was we don't want people walking into the zoo and then going, oh, we'll go around this right-hand side, and then you're straight into the gift shop and you're into the zoo without paying. We want money. Money, money, money. So I have set up this like barrier-esque looking thing. It should at least function to kind of what I want it to do. Be like, no, don't go this way. This is the exit. Go around the other way to the ticket stalls. I've also put some fingers on the walls, as you saw earlier, and they point towards the ticket booth. So I'm just making a nice little entrance queuing area. I'm not sure how it's actually going to work because we didn't have any guests in the zoo to test it. But I'm hoping they can either walk through it or around it or something. Because I know bins and billboards and that sort of thing have areas that you can't walk through. They'll block the pathfinding. So we'll see. We will see how it goes. At some point, I'll put some lights in it. So if you can't see anything, I apologise. Because YouTube still does this weird thing where it makes everything darker. So I turn my settings up at some point. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think this is where I put the lights in. Yeah, nice little fairy lights at the back. Portholes at the top. They don't really seem to be emitting much light, and I couldn't, for the life of me, find the intensity button. So I'll have a look later and try and tune them up a bit. Spotlights at the back, hidden away. I think it looks alright. It's not amazing, is it? I mean, it's a wall with lights on it. I mean, you're not going to get much better than that. But it's a thing. What do I do now? Ah, more lights. More lights. Lights everywhere. Here we go. Put the shot faces on. And top tip, the angled pieces for the corners work quite well. Purely because you can clip them underneath the roof. If you've got the right roof piece, then they hide everything behind it. Build the other ticket booth. It's the idea of these. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I might put maybe information kiosks inside of there. There we go. There's the brightness settings all the way up. Oh, yes. No brightness expelled? Spared. No brightness spared in this production. I might put information booths in there at some point, and that will mean that there's someone at least there. It looks kind of like a queue, but I don't know if it might block up the entrance of the zoo and make it harder for people to get in. We'll have to see. We will have to see. What do I do now? Yes, clipping. Those white pieces there were clipping through the back of the wall. So what I've done is I've just kind of mirrored the black beam that I was putting around the bottom and ran that all the way across. So that's now along there, around the outside, and into this doorway, which I think looks quite nice indeed. Another doorway. These weren't lining up very well. I don't know what it was. There was a bit of a gap, which we find later on as well. So there's some jiggery pokery going on with some foliage just to hide all the issues that I ran into. An old saying is grinding and paint makes the welder I ain't. Yes. Knowledgeable. Insight. What am I trying to find here? Letters, yes. So, that is a really good point to point out. Good point to point out, yes. We went there. It was wonderful. We're going to be calling this zoo RATARLA. RATARLA Zoo. That's how we're going to pronounce it anyway. It might be spelt differently. But RATARLA Zoo. And our logo is going to be some, I think it's a chimpanzee or a macaque, one of the two, with some leaves in front. Very simple. Very, very simple. You've probably already seen it on the thumbnail. But hey, we're going to be trying to go for this conservation, nice little bit of foliage everywhere, get everything looking nice and pretty. And I thought, why not? So, at some point, we might have to put one of those in, because they're going to be our mascot. It might be a capuchin, actually. I don't know. I'll have to go back in post-production and find it. I tried to blueprint it here and it fails miserably. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I'm making you watch this part. But I am. I am, yes. Gotta try and save it now. Ooh, this is fun. Riveting entertainment. Big leaf. No, just go with the one that... Yes, yes, there we go. Go with the one you had before. Why not? What do we do now? Yes, we delete the walls, of course. Waste time by putting them in and then delete them again. Very good, very good. What I'm trying to do is get it so that we've got some kind of glass pane looking thing. I don't know if you've noticed, most zoos have big, wide open glass panels everywhere. Namely, so you can see the animals, but also in the other buildings as well. At least in the modern ones. I mean, London Zoo is quite brickwork, but there are newer exhibits that look a little bit more modern with large glass panels all over the place. I start doing some decals now. Decals. Putting them all over the place. Nice little tapir family. I put some other fascinating creatures on the other side of the building, I believe, as you come in. And around now, I start getting warnings about my staff. I didn't actually hire any staff, so I don't know where they came from. But still. I make myself a custom plant pot here. So you've got mud mound and stuff in the actual game itself, so you can create more realistic looking flower beds. But for this, I just wanted something brown and out of the way so we can kind of use it to gain some height for the plants, which is why it's just made out of a brown shiny box. No one's going to look at it, no one's going to see it, it's fine. And then we just start stuffing some plants into it. There we go, look at that. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Got some bits and pieces off of the workshop. A donation bin and all sorts. And we just start trying to make it look a little bit more real now. I'm not sure I like that door. I've done a modern door on one side and then an African door on the other. But it's like, well, it's there now. What do you want me to do? Planters, foliage start to be used here, and this is about the time I realise there's a gap between the roof and the wall. So instead of wasting my time and wasting your time and going through it and doing it all again, I just got a lot of ivy and put it in the way. As nature does. It fills gaps, it hides things. So there you go. Ivy. Ivy everywhere. There's a... Just needed that Buzz Lightyear meme. Ivy everywhere. Yes. As far as the ivy can see. Oh dear. Right. What else have we got here going on now? Aha, these were more decals, animals all over the place. So while I finish off here, I just want to say thank you. As I said, it has been a very long time and I am very out of the YouTube game. People are much better at editing than me. This is going to be my first video back. I don't expect it to be amazing, but at least if people could leave some comments just saying at least they've seen it, that would be a massive bonus to me. And my son as well, he's only 3.5-ish, so he'd love to see some comments on there. Please do let us know some feedback as well. So if you've got any editing tips or if you've got some free bits and pieces that I could use to put the stuff together with, that would be quite good. Some effects. I'm using Adobe After Effects at the moment and it's a learning curve. But that's pretty much it, all over and done. So what I'm going to do now is pass you over to B-roll. Some sexy, wide open shots of this square box that I've made. Oh well. Right. Thank you very much, everyone. Hopefully you'll join me in the next video and we'll actually get on to putting some animals in. Let me know which animals you want as well. That would be really important and really useful, in fact. So, catch you again and enjoy the footage.